guys, what is up? My name is Megan. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Welcome to another day of Bookmas. If you are unfamiliar with Bookmas, it is an idea that I believe was started by Haley at Haley in Bookland, and it is where you upload bookish content 25 days in a row leading up to Christmas. They don't really have to be Christmas themed, but this one definitely is. Today we are talking about a book lover's guide to gift giving if you want to add things to your own wish list or maybe give to someone else. I do want to mention that this list will not include actual book ideas. If you guys wanted a book suggestions for different kinds of readers, let me know. I can include it in Bookmas, but this is more of apparel, lifestyle, and accessories for the readers in your life or for yourself. I do also want to say that there are so many amazing creators who have come out with lists like this, which I will leave in the description, and I think they are super helpful. I do, however, want to highlight my favorite bookstagrammer, which is Phoebe. Phoebe is absolutely amazing. She has such great content and diversity and awareness, and so many important things are discussed on her Instagram platform, but she also has a website called Readandwright, which is also her Instagram handle. All of this will be in the description, but she has created so many amazing gift guides and with so many different ideas for different types of people and readers, and I just think they are brilliant and you must check them out, so I'll leave them in the description. So moving on to my list, I will name all the items and ideas I have, but I also want to feature different creators, either that be booktube creators or small business owners, at the end as well, to give you ideas of where you can purchase these things to encourage local or small shops near where you are, or just in general, because COVID has hit especially hard with the small shops this year, and a lot of them already rely on the holiday season. So let's just jump on in. The first idea I have is a 100 book scratch off. You can buy these at a lot of different places, and basically the idea is usually that these books are like the 100 books you should read, or that are like classic reads, and they all have their little names on a scratch off, and once you have read them, or if you've read them already, you scratch it off and it ends up giving you the book cover, and it's really satisfying to do, and it's a good way to keep track of the books you want to read. I don't think maybe you can customize them, but usually it's a pretty set list of like classics and all these other things that are like typical reads for people than the most popular reads. So that's my idea number one. My next idea is a really fun one, and that is a personalized book stamp. This is a lot more geared towards people who have their own bookish collection. It's something I would really want for myself as well. You can get those customized on Etsy, and it could say like property of blah blah blah, or library of, and then the name of the person, and they can stamp them in their books to keep track of them if you lend them out, for example, and it's just very aesthetically pleasing, and it's fun to know that these books are yours and just have your name on your collection. It is a wonderful and super creative idea, and it's not something a lot of book lovers buy for themselves or allow themselves to get, so I think it's an extra special idea. The next one is definitely a fun and useful one, and that is bookish paper, whether that be a book planner, a book tracker, a bullet journal, something of the sorts to keep track of your writing. A lot of people don't keep track of their book reviews or whatever online, or like a paper and like Goodreads format, and I just think it's an excellent idea. I want to highlight the shop Little Inkling Designs, which they have a website. I'll talk about them more later, but link them in the description as well. This is where I get my yearly planner, and it's basically a year-long planner, but also includes so many bookish things like places for TBR, hauls, and reviews, and it's just customized for the bookish life. So I think that is an excellent idea, and usually at this time planners are always sold out, but I have checked and there's still some in the vertical and horizontal layout that are left on the site. The next idea is bookish candles, and that is something that I find is so adorable and just really fun to get. I myself don't buy them because I have no sense of smell, so it's not really worth it for me, but to have like candles made about your favorite book or book character or just anything of the sorts is something that I know a lot of book lovers absolutely adore getting, and there are so many different stores to choose from. Another thing that is customizable or that you can find on a variety of websites is bookish mugs, whether that be again of like a fictional coffee shop or like a favorite book quote or anything. There are so many options for a bookish mug, and a lot of us like to have a drink while we read, and so I think it's a perfect combination of things that we love. Book sleeves are another definite hit with a lot of people who love books. I myself own a few of them, and they come in handy when I leave the house because I don't really like leaving the house without a book, and I feel like it's something that a lot of readers can relate to, and so book sleeves are meant to keep your books safe. Again, they could be designed with a fandom in mind, and they can have bookish quotes or just be overall more like casual, where I have some with just like pretty flowers on them or whatever, but it's really customizable and really a great idea if you want to give something to like someone who likes a specific fandom. Again, I just think it is such a good bookish idea. Another one which is a little bit random, but I think very useful as well, is a bath caddy. I myself love to read in the bath, and I know it's something a lot of other people enjoy as well, and so there's a lot of bath caddies where you can either put like an iPad or a book on there while you read in the bath, and so one, it's safer for your book, and two, you could just feel cozy and read in the bath, and it just creates such a wonderful atmosphere, and it provides a way for a reader to relax. And I think it's such a great book because whether you read on a e-reader or audiobook it or whatever, it is useful for any kind of reader. Then we have apparel, which this is one of my favorite things. I love bookish hoodies or sweatshirts or socks or beanies. Anything and everything could be like bookish. There are so many incredible bookish stores, which I will talk about later, but I think that bookish apparel is amazing, and it could be like something very subtle with just like a book quote that only other readers could understand, or it could be like legit like the face of your favorite character on a sweater. Wherever way you want to go, I think it makes an excellent present. I also would like to talk about subscription boxes. Now this is something that gives a variety of choices. You can give a 1-month subscription box, a limited edition subscription box, or a 3 or 6 month subscription to a bookish box, and then the Christmas gift keeps on giving because you get it a little bit later than Christmas, which I think is such a clever idea. I do, however, want to say that you have to kind of know what kind of reader you're going with, because not everybody likes the typical subscription boxes like Owl Crate or Fairy Loot. I myself am not a huge fantasy reader, and those boxes are more geared towards YA fantasy, and so if you think those people, like the people you're getting a gift for, might not love fantasy, there are other bookish boxes. Like if your person you're gifting a gift to loves romance like I do, there's Bay Crate, who is a fantastic book box that specializes in romance books. I think Hello Lovely has a book box as well as the Ripped Bodice, I think, which was is a bookstore that specializes in romance, and I think they recently created their first subscription box for romance readers. If not, you have Owl Crate, Fairy Loot, Illuma Crate for all those fantasy readers. Just research the person you're gifting the box to so that they don't get a box in a genre that they don't really read. If you think shipping costs or whatnot are a little expensive, there are also alternatives like a blind date with a book that could also be a great gift. The next idea I have is actual home decor, whether that be a tapestry, a bookish pillow, a blanket. There are so many websites designed to help you in your endeavors to find such things, but there are also more like low-key shops like bookstores like Chapters in Canada who make like pillows that say like one more chapter, or just like simple things like that that are not designated to a specific fandom if you don't know what exactly they like, or they're more low-key on their decorations but that still kind of feel bookish. I just think it's a really good idea. With that, I do want to tie in with the idea of gifting someone something for a reading nook. Now, I know I have like my little corner in my apartment where I love to read, and I think it could be fun if you know that kind of person where they have their specific designated reading spot. You can gift them something to make their reading nook even more comfortable, whether that be like a plain blanket or some fairy lights or a reading chair, depending on your budget, obviously. I think it is such a great gift and attention where you're like giving them their space and just something to make them happy all year long. Then we have reading lights, which if you know someone who likes to read at night or have a partner that go to bed before them or just read in the dark for whatever reason, reading lights are amazing. There are so many different styles, and actually when I went on Phoebe's Christmas guide, I saw, and it was the first time for some reason I noticed, that they make reading lights to put around your neck and not only around your, like on your book, so the lights flash on your book but it doesn't damage anything, and I thought that was brilliant, and again, would not have known about that without her blog. So again, check it out, but reading lights are an inexpensive gift and I feel like they're a great idea for any reader you know. Another thing that has been making the rounds for the past few years in BookTube is those 3-tiered metal bar cards that you can get from like IKEA or Michael's, and we bookish people have put a twist on it and made them reading cards or TBR cards where you can store more books. So if the person you love who loves to read books is missing out on storage space for books, which I feel happens to all of us, then it could be a good alternative. They're not super pricey and not too big, but you can still store some books in there, and it's just very convenient and it has wheels. So what else would you want? I also mentioned previously in the video Little Inkling Designs. This is a planner company, but it's basically just, I think she has a BookTube channel as well, but it's kind of like a side hustle where once a year a big planner batch is created, and again they are bookish planners but also work as a daily and monthly planner in of itself, and they are just so fantastic. They usually sell out really quick, but as of now when I'm filming this there are still planners available. They also have little books that are book reviews that basically is just, I think there's 70 different book review slots in there where you can write out your reviews if you've posted it and just kind of get your brain going. If you are a book reviewer or know a book reviewer, I think this could be super handy because it gets easier to make wrap-ups when you have like paper to help you. They also have a sticker line. It's just a great company. They are also Canadian, so I am Canadian and I want to create and I want to support more Canadian creators, so just putting that out there. They do ship worldwide though. They're not just like a Canada shipping company. For bookmarks, I thought I would talk about a few different creators other than the BookTube creators. The first one is Happy Hello Co. They are Toronto based, so again a Canadian company, but I feel like a lot of people know of them. They have like a 5-star rating on Etsy. They make mostly magnetic bookmarks, and this could be great for bookish characters. Like I had mine from Daughter of the Pirate King and Geekerella and just so many little fandoms that I love, and they work incredibly well. And I just love magnetic bookmarks, so highly recommend them. There's also amazing bookmarks with 2 A's, and I have been using their bookmarks recently. Again, they are from Canada, and their bookmarks are so inexpensive. They're like $2 a piece, and basically the ones I have either have a unicorn head that sticks out of the book or a mermaid tail, and I've been getting a lot of questions on these bookmarks, so I thought I would mention the shop here. And another bookshop seller I have is Kimmy Artsy, and I was part of a Facebook group with this particular person. They are based very near to my location. They are in Quebec, Canada, but again, I believe they ship worldwide. I think they had stopped for a moment making bookish bookmarks, but I went back to their shop and it seems that they're selling again. They make the most stunning bookmarks. It is all drawn by hand, and they are bigger size bookmarks, and I love displaying them on my shelves as well, and such high quality for such a low price. Highly recommend it, and they're very small shops, and I think it would be great to kind of spread the word and hopefully they can get more orders. For candles, I have one shop I feel like I need to mention, and that is Grace and Honey. This is Becca at Becca and the Books candle store. She also has Buddy Butters. She is getting very popular. She was able to leave her full-time job in order to be a candle maker and seller. She has a lot of bookish themed candles obviously, and everybody seems to love them. Again, I can't smell candles, so I'm not gonna buy them. There is no point, but I think that I've seen enough reviews that I'm able to recommend it for you guys. For book sleeves, I have 2 shops which I want to recommend. The first is Jess from Peace Love Bookshop, and that is Ardent Admirations. It's an Etsy store and she's doing so well for herself. She sews them all and buys the fabric and creates them. I believe there's a new launch every second Sunday or something of the sorts, and they sell out quick, but she always restocks a lot of them, and I highly suggest them. I feel like a lot of people really love them, and if you're Canadian and are looking for book sleeve, I do recommend Pam's Craft Shelf. I love my book sleeve from there, and the material is exactly how I wanted it. The sizing of it is absolutely perfect, and there are a lot of different choices. Most of them are not like bookish themed, they're more like flowers or other kinds of designs, which I love because it's a little bit more low-key, and I highly recommend them. And the last recommendation I have is for a bookish blanket, and that is the Book Imposia company. I feel like they've been sponsoring a lot of people on BookTube, and I've always wanted one for myself. I think that the concept of it and the designs are just so beautiful. These are like bookish blankets that you can tie around yourself, and they have little hoods, and a lot of them have bookish designs. Some of them are even designed by booktubers who I love, and I just think that it's such a cool gift. They are a little bit on the expensive side, however, so that's why I've never gotten one for myself specifically, but Christmas is the time to treat yourself or treat others, and so I think it would be such a great gift. So that was it for my super rambly and long video. I hope it could help at least a few of you guys for either your Christmas gifts, wish list, or to gift to someone else. If you have comments or questions or anything else, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you, and if not, I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye guys, happy reading!